In this Salt Lake Valley Real Estate Explainer, we break down the three practical housing options families have when their aging parents can no longer maintain their home. This is one of the hardest conversations families in the Salt Lake Valley end up facing. A parent is still living at home, but the house is becoming too much physically, financially, and emotionally. What makes this difficult is that there isn't just one right answer, and rushing usually leads to regret. Let's slow this down and look at the three realistic paths families usually have. Let's see what most families are dealing with when this comes up. First, the parent may be mentally sharp but physically limited. Second, the home was built for a different stage of life. Maintenance, stairs, yard work, or repairs are piling up. Adult children are quietly filling in the gaps on weekends, evenings, and emergencies. The tension is usually this: we don't want to force a move, but we also can't ignore what's happening. This isn't just a housing decision, it's about safety, dignity, finances, and family dynamics all at once. In almost every situation, families are choosing between three options. None of these are perfect, they're trade offs. Aging in place with support. The first option is staying in the home, but with added support. This can include in home care or visiting caregivers, modifying the home with ramps, walk in showers, main floor living, and family members taking on more responsibility. When this works best, when the home is structurally manageable. The parent strongly values independence and is a clear support plan, not just good intentions. Where this breaks down is when the house becomes the problem and not the solution. The second option is to move to a more smaller, manageable home. That might mean a condo or a townhome, a single level patio home, or a 55 plus community. Families choose this because there's less maintenance, lower physical strain, and it often frees up the equity in the primary home for care or retirement. For many Salt Lake families, this option preserves independence and reduces risk, but timing matters. Option three, you leave the house entirely. The third option is to transition out of the home completely. This could include assisted living, memory care, moving in with family, and is usually driven by safety concerns or health concerns or care needs that the home cannot support. This option is emotionally heavy, but sometimes is the most stabilizing choice for everyone involved. Some of the common mistakes, a few mistakes I see families make, and this is said without judgment, is waiting for a crisis before acting or assuming that the parents' wishes will never change. The other thing is you can ignore the cost of not deciding. This is a mistake. Treating this as a real estate decision instead of a life transition. The goal isn't to be fast, the goal is to be thoughtful. In the Salt Lake Valley, this decision has some unique wrinkles. Many parents are sitting on significant equity. Inventory for smaller homes is very tight. Older homes often weren't designed for aging in place. Property taxes and upkeep and maintenance all matter. I see families do best when they understand both the housing market and the care landscape locally, not just one or the other. You don't need to solve this all at once. Most families benefit from simply understanding the options before emotions or emergency force a decision. If you want help thinking through what makes sense in your situation, I am always open to a calm, no pressure conversation.